Right, Try It Tuesdays here again. I'm going back to my napkins. So I thought I'd do a little technique with some napkins with some beeswax. Okay. I've just been not stamping, printing on fabric. So I've got a piece of card that's got repositionable glue on, but it's old. Yeah, it's not very sticky at all. Okay, but what you can do is tape this to a piece of card if you want it more stable. Yeah, which I find I prefer actually. Which way up is that text? I'm not sure. That way. Okay. So when I stamp on it, I've got, you know, it's not wrinkly. Well, you can put it on perfectly, but I'm going to say please don't use it when it's sprayed straight away. Put a piece of fabric on it and rip it off a few times. Yeah, or else it won't be good. And I use, oh, sorry, I have to be square on one side. Oops. It won't be right for me. There. Okay. Spread that out a bit. But you can do that and just tape it with a bit of washi tape at the back rather than stick it down. Okay, it's just I've got these because they were, you know, just finished printing. So yeah, and use beeswax on it and put it into some acetate for a change. And I have done the beeswax before. I've got my template that I use, as you know. I've done that a while ago. I've got a whole load of these, but I think that looks quite nice. I don't really want this line in it, if I can help it. I will go out bigger than that, but I'm thinking I do want a bit of space. So I might put the tree sort of here and then stamp there. That might be all right. So I'll just mark that, but away from it, if you know what I mean. Let's see. This gives me a bit of an idea on where to stamp, and then down there, just roughly. Yep. Because these stamps are bigger than the tag's going to be. So right, what stamps? There we go. And I've got these ones that I bought from the show a couple of years ago, and the nice big stamps. Yes, this block doesn't fit, this stamp don't fit this block, but I've got a lot of sponge there, so I'm okay. All right, you don't normally do that. You always use a bigger block than your stamp. Okay, but I can get away with it. And my big ones have already got something stuck on them. That was another one I've got with some nice words and things. Yeah, I love trees, and I haven't actually done much with them. I've done that sort of autumn journal. It was going to be a tree book, and it ended up autumn a few years, oh gosh, 3 years ago was it? I haven't really done anything with trees in since. And I love trees. I love woodlands, and I think that's all right. Oh, that's the archival ink. Okay. Right. So there's my sort of outline. So I'm going to go about there. Like that. And I might just stamp another one while I'm here. They will be cut down, so I'll lose a bit of that. I'll just squish that down there, and that bit, and that bit. Even though you won't see that anyway. That's that. Then I've picked up, listened to the listen to the trees. Oh, we don't want to do the same, do we? There. You have to be very careful with this, okay? But, like I said, that's what I mean. It is old spray on it, so it's still clasping hold of the napkin. It peels off okay. I did try it. Okay. And I'm going to cut them out to make them a little bit smaller. Right, I've got some like almost like glassine stuff that I use. Okay, make sure the shiny side is up. This is from the scrap store. Okay, you can use baking sheets. As you know, that's pretty good. Right, a lot of people cover theirs and then do it. I don't. I like to do it direct to the tissue. Yep. You know, some people will, because they don't like the mess or something. I don't know, but they do it. They protect it and they do that. I actually don't like doing that because you need to pick this off quite quickly, or else it sticks to this. And yeah. Oh. This is beeswax pellets. Beeswax. I think we're all right. Try it anyway. No, not yet. Not hot enough. Minimum. There we go. Max, I think. Because I'm left-handed, aren't I? Yeah. It's just back to front. It's still not hot enough, really. I'm impatient. Hope you can see all right. Do the moving just a bit over there, couldn't I? There we go. And put a few more down there because that's not gone. You can see when it's done because it goes totally transparent. And I do these with only printed napkins, you know. I thought it would be nice to do it with our, you know, a bit of stuff that we get left behind. Make sure there's no lumps anywhere, and then don't let it dry on too much or else you won't get it off. So hopefully that's still nice and warm. Okay, and just peel that off. Let's have a look. think a little bit more here. Okay, and just leave that to cool down, which it doesn't take long. Okay, here we are. I've just cut that down the middle-ish. Well, just cut it off a bit. And use acetate, place mine in, and then cut it down. Okay, for my tag, because I've got my template that I can use after. Yep. So mine is going to be cut down. So I'm going to put that there. We don't need to stick it down. That's the whole point of it, really. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Really want it about like that. So I'm just going to quickly cut mine. It's very hard to show you because you might not see the acetate. I can fold mine over, so gosh, I don't think you will see it at all. Okay. Right, so I know this is going to be sort of about there. Okay, and that's going to be my tag. That's the edge there. Change that at the bottom because that's all straight, so that looks okay. And then, oh, a minute, just a little bit more, I think. I'll just fold that over for now. Okay. And then I can cut that down a bit. Only thing you've got to keep acetate clean. I've already got something on there by the look of it, so I'll use this side. And just clip those together for a minute because it will slide around, so just want to make sure it's nice and square. Put that on. It is great to do with packaging, by the way, it really is. Okay, I'll level that up in a minute. Sometimes I'll just go along and cut a load of acetate first, yeah, and then just put this in between the sandwich and then cut it to the actual acetate. All right, and then you get it nice and square. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to do is straighten mine up. All right, so it's best to cut your acetate first, about 3, what was that one, 3 1/8 on that, so cut them down to about 3, and 1/8 along, and then put your piece in. So I'm going to go and do that in a minute, and I'll see if it works out better than me doing it like that. There we go. Right, oh yeah, I straighten this one up. Okay, there we go. And that's held together now, and all I got to do is cut the tag shape on that one. Definitely better if you cut down the acetate first, or even laminate them, but I didn't want to get my laminator out today, so I thought I was going to do it. I'll do it this way. Right, so I was a little bit close to this. Okay, but I think we'll just get away with it. Yeah, so you just pop that in, and then you can see the acetate, and if it cut the same, it's okay anyway. I can, when I lift it up, I can actually see the bottom of the acetate there. Which is there. Right. So I'm going to have to put it down. Right, so that's there. We can trim off a little bit off the bottom, just a tiny bit short here, yeah, because of doing it stamping too close together. All right, but I'll just make mine a little bit skinnier. Where's my, there it is. Like that. Like so. Okay, I'm just going to make this tag, once it's done, a bit skinnier, I think. So I just check in it was straight. Flip around, keeping hold of it. It's so much easier to laminate, really, isn't it? And because I've got this bit here, I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter. Okay, so I shall go in, trim that off, but normally you would just go around and then trim any bits off below the acetate. Like I say, you might not see the acetate, but it's there. Okay, before you stitch around. Okay, right, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to make this tag a little bit narrower. Okay, sorted it there. Okay, in time I take off the top, you won't see that little bit there. And I straightened it, so that's good. So let's do that one, I think. Let's move that down there. And then I'm gonna stitch around mine. Black, I think, make it stand out. And then you've got the nice thinness of everything, yeah, but you haven't got the feel of the wax. I do have a problem. I've used a lot of wax before, as you know, and I'm sort of like, oh, I'm not sure whether I like the feel of it. You know, I think it needs to be protective, even though I love the result of it being transparent and everything, but I just find it a little bit like, does it, you know, if it's in a journal, is it going to mark another page, and, you know, things like that. I don't know, because I tend not to keep my journals. They sort of go. I'm sorry, I'm looking at that piece there. I'm really liking it. Gosh, you could go on and on, couldn't you, really? I will chuck them away. Okay, so I'm going to go and stitch around mine now. And that's it. There you go, all done. Right, yeah, my machine went a bit funny. It is the one that's got the black thread in it, doesn't really like acetate. The card moves all the time, you know, because of the shiny surface, but my other one's got, I think it's got more teeth at the bottom, and it seems to stabilize things better. So it went everywhere, so I thought, oh, I'll just carry on and make it look like it's supposed to look like that. Some crazy stitching. There you go. And then on this one, the machine was all right. It's weird, just there, it just went, oh, all of a sudden it just like, just goes, veers off. But that's all part of it. And put some things on and a grommet, and you've got 2 nice tags there, haven't you? And you imagine you could do that with so many different things, but we've done a bit of stamping, and we've used where you can use recycled acetate. I mean, I've had mine 10 years anyway. Recycled acetate and recycled that, what do you call it, these that's the waste of the napkins, and there you have a tag for your journal. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon, or speak to you soon. Okay, bye.